Continuing on our example for using flex tables for modifications or global edits and for global review. In many cases, you may want to sectionalize your information. For example, you may have multiple drainage systems you want specific output for. For example, if you had a state system and a city system and you needed different reports or to modify those systems to meet different hydraulic characteristics, these things can be accomplished using selection sets and queries in conjunction with flex tables. Selection sets are simple to create. It can be as simple as highlighting all the drainage elements that you want in it and clicking selection set. Under hydraulic analysis, create from selection, and I'll name this system 2. And then I'll create this as system 1. You can also create selection sets from queries. For example, you could select all catch basins or all conduits, or you could even find conduits that were dry, in other words, no flow going through them, or those with negative slopes or runoff that is not accounted for. Queries can be very valuable in troubleshooting your model and also creating selection sets. If we open up the queries here under hydraulic analysis, there are some predefined queries. Some that are useful, for example, you can trace a system upstream and highlight all of its elements. For example, if you had systems that crossed over each other and you couldn't quite figure out which system was which, if you select that element, click OK, it's going to highlight the entire run. You could then create a selection set and then open it up in the flex tables. Because these are highlighted, if I right click and open on selection, my flex table will only open the catch basins that are in the selection. If I've deselected all of my elements and I want to recall that selection set, I can just open selection set, select in drawing, and then my system 1 is going to be selected. And then opening the flex tables, I can open on selection and it'll only include the one catch basin. Going back to queries, let's say I wanted to find out which catch basins had a spread of 2 feet or more. I can open up queries, start a new one, and under spread I'll put greater than 2. I'll click OK, and I'll right click, select in drawing, and you can see that it's selected the 3 catch basins where spread is greater than 2. I can then open that in a flex table or create a selection set if needed. And this is only limited by the booleans and the properties that you can think of in a query. And finally, hydraulic reports and output can be generated quickly and easily by using the flex tables, whether it's selection sets or opening, for example, output for all catch basins. You simply click report. These margins can be adjusted, the page can be rotated and scaled, of course. If you need to modify the header or the footer, that's simple. All you need to do is go to report, report options, put a title on it, we'll put in the footer the engineer, And then if we open up our report again, you can see the title's been changed as well as the footer.